Poseidon, that all the funny stuff we talked about, that means, was not live. We're live now.
Okay, now we're live.
Yeah. Oh. So they missed all of that amazing material. They missed all of that good stuff.
Yeah, I just got the notification. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little buggy. Not on our side. YouTube says that they're, try the old stream version. We're doing the new one. Anyways, people who are here now, we're testing out a new system here. We're trying to see if we could make the streams look a little better because Zoom looked like garbage. So we're now sponsored by Skype, our Microsoft overlords.
Did you guys try Zoom? I heard so much about it, but I never tried it.
Well, we were using Zoom. And I paid for Zoom, that monthly subscription, because I wanted to make sure we get our podcasts out. And then Mike didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it looked. And I was like, fuck, there's got to be another option. But every podcaster kept using Zoom. And everyone was making it seem like it's our only valid option. But I don't take no for an answer, which is not a good thing to say. I guess that's also what rapists probably say. So I figured I'll figure something out. And I did. I figured, and it's getting to look closer and closer to the real thing. So, Mike Mayo, we were discussing right before we went live, I guess, that Poseidon, we sent him out to give everyone their equipment, Mike, because also Mike's going to upgrade his streams too for his French podcast. 2 Drink Minimum is going to have new layouts this week. We're doing all kinds of shit. So we sent him out because we're not worried about him getting sick. Not that we don't think he can catch it. We're well aware that anybody can get the Rona, but we think that Poseidon, given his history of diseases, received from sex workers, his body can handle it, is what we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right, yeah. He's confident too. Look at him. He's like, I could handle this shit.
Yeah. I think it's a fair assessment to make, yeah.
It only has like an 8% death toll, and that being said, since I have I'm not normal, it should be like a 0.5% chance for me of dying, so I mean, I'll take my chances.
You also smoke, though, don't you?
Yeah.
They say smokers have a higher risk of dying from it.
No, that's not true. Basically, the tobacco, what it does is it
tell us, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
It coats your lungs and your throat with like this protective layer of smoke. So the Rona.
Listen. You guys are nervous right now, but I'm telling you right now, I got a thick layer of tobacco and lard. Nothing's getting through. Nothing's getting through.
Kind of like Mike Patterson's joke. Remember when I think it was SARS? Remember when SARS was like a big thing in like the mid 2000s, right? And then or like the late 2000s. And then he was like, he's like, no Quebecers are gonna get it because we have this protective layer of like tar from all the nicotine. He's like, hey, I think I have less SRAS. Not anymore. Let's go to the bar.
Yeah, it's realistic to think about it. Now that the more I think about it, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, maybe Poseidon's onto something.
No, Poseidon, I'm telling you right now, you are not immune to getting the Rona. You could get the Rona, but you may have already had it. Some people apparently just stay completely asymptomatic.
No.
That's the weird one.
You're the modern day Magic Johnson.
Well, it would be possible because this has apparently been going on since late 2019, like as early as December. No, even in the back. It started in November, I think.
Yeah, Poseidon, you're not giving us any news. We've been through it on this podcast. Everybody knows the timeline. You can't just repeat last week's information like it's new and be like, guys, let me tell you what I discovered. Yeah, on the same podcast you were on, asshole.
See, we were talking about doing Uber Eats and
so people are banging now on Uber Eats.
Yeah, you can. It's like nonstop orders, like one after another. You just keep going. You can pretty much make as much money as you want in a night if you just want to put in the time. So I mean, like you can make like decent as far as an hourly goes. You can make close to like 30 an hour
if you want to put in the. You think they worry because like I keep getting packages. So for now, Purelator, and it's good because I had the same delivery driver twice this week. Super cool dude. But Purelator has brought me packages that they tell me you have to come down and get it. We no longer go upstairs in the building because we're scared of the Rona, which I wasn't mad at. I was like, all right, that's reasonable. You still brought me the package. That's fine. So I went downstairs and got it. Aren't you guys, because you guys deliver to the door. You guys go in, you go upstairs.
Most of the time people just put in the instructions, drop off at door. So you just leave it and you ring the doorbell and like you run away like you're back in high school. Yeah. Like a burning bag of shit on a guy's doorstep.
But you actually have to go in the building and go upstairs. You don't leave it at the front door.
If it's like an apartment building.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you guys still go in.
Really care.
You nervous about that shit?
Not really. I was wearing gloves when I first started doing it, and I had a mask and the whole thing. But I think I was probably just wearing it for tips and stuff because people would see me as a frontline worker. They'd be more willing to dish out, good tip money.
You don't wear mask or glove no more?
I wear gloves and I have a scarf because it's cold and I just cover my face.
I mean, you don't see people though, right? Since you drop it, and they should be more worried if you have it and touch it with your bare hands.
It's like so. Honestly, it's really chill because there's nobody out. Like you could park wherever you want. Like gas is so cheap.
Yeah.
You could park wherever you want. There's no traffic. Nobody out in the street. And then the other night I actually ran a red light, and the cop pulled me over, and he was like, "Hey man, don't do that." And then he just let me go. Because they just assume that it's like everyone's like not at work, everyone's fucked. They're like, just be safe, and I'm like, I'm going home now, and then that was it.
So I'm a doctor, sir. They need me in the ER.
Yeah. I know I'm an essential worker because like I do Uber Eats.
Years ago, I went through a red light, and there was a cop right behind me, and he saw me, and it turned red, and I went through. He was behind me, and he was the car directly behind me. So then he pulled me over a block later, and he's like, "You just went through a red light," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." And he was confused, like, what do you mean, Like, why'd you go through a red light? I go, well, I don't know if you saw the guy that was running in the street, the guy with the turban. I go, he was coming too close to the car. It was yellow. I saw him coming. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want any interactions. He looked like a weirdo. So I figured I'm safer just going through instead of stopping and having him come towards my window. And he was just staring at me. He's like, just get the fuck out of here. I have stuff to do. Like, get the fuck out of here. I have stuff to do. Because I was completely on it. I was like, yeah, I know. He's like, but I was right behind. I go, I saw you. I go, what do you think? I just ran a red light seeing you there. I did it because it was the safest move possible. The guy was clearly crazy. He was coming in the street. He's like, just get the fuck out of here.
I didn't say anything to the cop. The cop was cool. He just let me go. But I could have just told him I was trying to get home as fast as possible because I don't want to catch the Rona, as the kids call it.
Yeah, these
but
fucking
I feel like
kids.
if you bullshit like that, that's when they're going to give you the ticket.
Yeah. Now it's, I think a lot of people, yesterday, so I started taking walks now at night. I grab the lady and we take like an hour at least walk, to stay sane. Yesterday was
Shiva with you?
Shiva sometimes because she can't run for an hour. She's very small and tubby, and her. And I take big steps, so she's like she's trying to catch up. So I don't want to kill her. She goes out for like 15, 20 minutes, and I'll bring her back. So we do like the hour walks. And yesterday she noticed it too, leaving for work in the morning, and at night I noticed there was a lot of traffic. Yesterday, and I have a theory. I think more people started going out and just not giving a fuck because of Trudeau and what he said about going to the cottage. I think it pissed a lot of people off the way he said it, right? Because he just said, remember, don't go to cottages, don't go out. I don't care if you want to see your family or whatever. There's no point of taking your family and leaving the house. It's very dangerous. And then he left and went to the cottage, and his excuse in the interview was, yeah, but I told you 3 weeks ago I want to take a break. So I went with my family, so I did it. And like, but you told us not to do that. We're not saying you shouldn't do it. We said we should do it too. We should be, if you're not going to infect other people, it's the same family leaving from one house going to a cottage. Why are we not allowed in you? So I think that pissed people off. That's why they started going out more. They go, fuck this asshole.
Yeah.
So if the curve trends upwards again, I would blame him.
I don't know. What worries me is though, because like at night, so I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And obviously all the updated podcasts are all talking about, much like this one, everyone's talking about this. And they said that, I think it was in China, that all these recovered people are now getting it again.
Yeah, I've heard that. Man, I don't know what the fuck's true. Look, I don't know. I think, I'm not even mad. Like I was just talking about Trudeau. I'm not even mad that he went to the cottage. I don't think that that's an issue. I think, I think if you're like we're still fucking adults, we're still fucking Canadian or American citizens, should still be allowed to move freely. You know what I mean? Take your own like if I want to go fishing, I'm alone. I should be allowed. I don't fish, by the way. I should be allowed to go fishing. There's no one there for me to infect.
Michigan?
Huh?
Did you see what they did in Michigan? I think it was in Michigan.
Michigan, you're not allowed to do any landscaping in your house. You can't plant any seeds or whatever.
No, I was sent an article. There was like a big protest, like because of like social distancing.
Oh, yo, give me a
government ordering them to stay in their house. Do you want me to text it to you? I'll forward it to you by text. All right.
Yeah, Mike. So yeah, what did the article say?
Hold on, I'm just gonna forward it to Pantelis right now. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you via Messenger. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I just sent it to you.
But by the way, I have a question. Are you declaring unemployment?
I wasn't until I recently applied because I found out as a part-time worker I can make up to $1,000 a month. So I figured I'll do it.
Yeah, but careful with that, eh? Because you're making money off of Uber Eats.
I know this shouldn't be going online.
Poseidon, what are you? His fucking mom? Shut the fuck up and let him do his thing. Like the guy's gonna make $1 million from Uber Eats. Shut the fuck up. Let him make his money.
I'm looking out for the guy, bro.
What are you, the federal government? You shouldn't be making more money than we do. Suck a dick. Suck a dick.
We'll talk about this off the record.
Yeah, talk about it off the record, Poseidon. Right away, putting him on the spot. Yo, let me ask you, ever murdered someone? Like, shut the fuck up, Poseidon. Incriminating people. God damn.
We can talk about this like off air.
Yo, so Poseidon, you said you went on the YouTubes, right? So what does it look like to you? Do you like the way the layout's looking now that we have some color?
Oh, I love it. I love it. The production value went up tenfold.
Yeah, I told you, bro. While every other podcaster, they're eating their breakfast, I'm already having dinner. Don't you worry. Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna upgrade all our streams. What'd you say, Mayo?
How do you guys spend your days now?
Honestly, I work more now than I did before.
Yeah, because you're doing all your live stuff, your online stuff.
Writing, live, setting up the streams, and upgrading too, because I wasn't happy with the way it was looking before. So now, I'm adding more stuff. So I'm more busy now, because before everything was so set up. We had the studios. You would kind of do a job. You'd go in, do one podcast, go do another, right? But then you'd spend a lot of time doing nothing. And then in between shows, doing stand-up. I'd have more rest time. Now, since I can't, there's nothing I can do. I can't really, unless I want to stay home all day and play video games, which I don't want to waste all my time doing that.
It's boring.
It gets boring. And also then that's when I would get stressed out, because I'm going to feel like I'm wasting an opportunity to work a bit more. So now I'm just, writing, doing the streams, setting everything up for everyone. So that's it. Yeah, keep him busy.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I had this all set up already. We were doing podcasts. So even though we lost revenue from stand-up, I didn't go hungry.
I just want to go on the record and say, I was staying at a friend's place a couple weeks ago who was a big video gamer.
Nice.
And he tried to get me into them. Fucking boring. Even the coolest games, I find, video games are boring. I don't know if you guys are big into games and stuff, but I just, because I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. It's like pointless.
Well, I mean, if you save some money, that's an accomplishment.
Well, yeah, okay, that's a good way of looking at it too. But I think everyone's saving money right now, regardless, right? Because it's not like you can go out and spend it.
Yeah.
Unless you go on an Amazon shopping spree or something.
No. Well, me, it depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Video games.
Yeah. Your mood is normally hungry or horny.
That's true.
It's like a game. What games do you play? What games are you into?
Me or him?
Both of you.
He's into a lot of water sports. Poseidon, he's a water sports kind of guy. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
Oh, dude, Final Fantasy VII. Okay, I gotta admit that was one of my favorite games when I was younger.
They remade a portion of it now, and they put it out. I'm having some fun with it. I play at night, and what I've noticed is, and I knew this as a kid too, but it's more apparent now, the Japanese have one hell of an imagination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like the art style. It's realistic, but it still looks cartoony. But then it's like, okay, you have people, a guy with a giant sword that's taller than him. Nobody asks any questions. Nobody asks, why does he have a fucking pillar on his back? Nobody's saying anything. Then there's
the machine gun arm.
Yeah, a guy with a machine gun arm. Nobody finds that odd. The bullets never run out. It's just bullets coming out of his fucking arm. Then there's a small cat that rides a giant monster using a megaphone. This is so wacky. It's people on LSD. And I got a fucking idea for a game.
Is it really LSD or is it the two bombs there?
Oh, Poseidon, you're trying so hard.
Oh,
Poseidon, I'll tell you something. It might help you.
He's talking about Hiroshima or something.
Yeah, he's trying to talk about. Remember we said
reference,
the happier you are, Poseidon, is when you know your place. That's like a general thing. Yeah, you're not a comic, bro. So everything you see, you try to rip off shit that we've said before, but you never apply them at the right place. You know?
But that was just like such a dated reference. You remember that guy that you wrote the joke about the random shooting?
Yeah.
So you remember him? Remember he used to do stand-up?
Yeah. Oh, that's what you're gonna call it, yeah.
I mean, remember we were doing that show on the Carry?
Yeah, that was the show where I wanted to quit doing stand-up early on because I saw him, and then I said, "Is this stand-up?"
No, remember when you looked at me like we were like watching him at the bar, and you're like, "Is this guy having a panic attack right now?"
Yeah, because he was on stage sweating, and then they dropped the bombs, and there was no punchline, no nothing, but he was proud of himself. Like Poseidon, he had that big smile, like, I made a reference.
He was like hyperventilating.
Yeah, it was
Anyways,
I'm not trying to be a comic. I was just
no. We're not saying nobody. Again, you're purposely lying. You're trying to change the subject. Nobody said you're trying to be a comic. I'm telling you, you're not a comic, but you're trying to do what comics do.
Okay.
The reason I brought him up, Pantelis, is because he was talking to me outside after his glorious set that he did that night, and then he had made a joke about like Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
This was in
and this was like
2010. No, this was This was like 2015 or some shit.
It's a bit longer, but still,
2013.
I mean, that happened when in like the early 90s or something. Like,
yo, did you hear about this fucking Monica Lewinsky thing?
And I was like, oh my god, like this guy's like churning them out, like just dated references.
You heard about this Desert Storm thing? Sounds crazy.
Hey, how about that Hindenburg?
Yeah.
That Titanic, huh?
The Titanic.
The movie? No, I mean, what?
No, you could make a World War II reference to Poseidon. It's just it didn't work out there. All we're trying to say, Poseidon, is that the imagination level of the Japanese is way different than we have in North America. We like to say that we're creative, but fuck, man, the Japanese are on another level. You know why? I think we have more constraints mentally than they do. We won't mix certain things. Like I said, you won't mix a military shooter with a cat that controls a demon on a megaphone. And you won't mix that stuff up, Like you're playing modern warfare, right? What are the odds that in modern warfare part of the story is you're going to see a fish koala hybrid with a cape come in and start punching people? Zero likelihood of that happening.
Negative instead of zero.
Poseidon would probably know this, but their porn is like fucking weird and shit. It has like octopus and like. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, no, I'm not into animated porn.
Yeah, I'm not into animated porn, but I know what it is. Yeah,
stuff. It was like they do weird stuff like an octopus, like blindfolding a woman or something, and then she's all bound and gagged, and you can buy panties and like
vending machines. Yeah, I'm telling you, different culture.
It's a repressed one.
I don't know, but they come up with such good shit, man. Like fucking video games are awesome.
It's true.
I don't know about the food though. I don't know if I'd. I don't know. Like I don't like a lot of the vending. Like I like sushi, but I don't like a lot of the vending machine foods. Like even when I was in Amsterdam, I remember they had a lot of vending machine stuff, burgers and vending machines. I like sitting down and having a warm meal.
How fresh can that be out of a vending machine?
Well, it was pretty fresh for what it was. Like the burgers and stuff in Amsterdam, because what it was a restaurant, and the side wall on the outside, it was all like a giant vending machine, where you put money in and you get stuff out. So they were in the back in the regular restaurant cooking stuff and putting it in the vending slots.
Put it in the vending. Okay, I got you.
It's pretty cool.
It's not like a vending machine like at a hospital. It's been there for like a week and it's growing fuzz and stuff.
And it was like a vending wall more than anything.
Okay.
When
were you in Amsterdam?
2007.
Well, okay.
Me and my buddy Milton, we did like a Euro trip.
Yeah.
And that was one of the stops where I think we were there for like 5 days or some shit.
Did you guys get high at a cafe?
Yeah, definitely. For the first day we were there, actually we got really high the whole time we were there because you could even get like edibles, muffins, shit like that. At one point, Milton he panicked so much he had a bit of a panic attack while high at a restaurant because we were sitting there. I remember we were eating steak and I was like pretty happy, because I wasn't really super high, but I was just having a good time. And he was really, really high. And I was like, dude, we should go, we're in Amsterdam. We should go visit like a museum or something. Let's have fun. Let's visit stuff. I think there's like beer factories you could visit, like all kinds of cool shit. And then he started crying. He started crying like hard. And I was like, are you okay?
So high.
Yeah, he's like, I want to do that, man, but I don't know where the fuck I am right now. Like he's not losing. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, he's fucking high as fuck. Yeah, he got lost. He was trying to gather his thoughts, figure out where he was. And I guess everything was coming together. He's like, "Am I not home? I'm in another country. Where the like, everything at once." So I remember he started crying.
I know so many people that enjoy weed, and I just remember. I remember I used to smoke a lot.
Yeah, you were a pothead.
Like a few years ago. I went through a pothead phase, but it was CBD mostly, and I had like a Pax vaporizer and stuff. But I find it was like making me so paranoid and anxious.
Well, you were paranoid and anxious. That's true. But I mean, looking at it now, you had a reason to be paranoid, bro. The goddamn deep state. You had a reason to be paranoid.
No, do you remember that time we were shooting footage at was it Xenospace?
Yeah.
And I had a vape pen that somebody had given me. It was like super strong, and I got like so high, and then we were at like a boardroom thing.
Oh yeah, you were losing your shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, I think this is the best idea. And everybody was like looking at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, they all thought you were crazy. They were actually asking me like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? Why, is he okay? And I was like, yeah, he's just high. So high. Yeah, he's just high. Because they thought it was just you.
Yeah. No, because in my head, I thought that was like the most brilliant. I was like, oh my God, I got this. And like, you have those eureka moments in your stone, and everyone thought I was crazy.
Yeah. You remember Poseidon?
I think maybe.
It was during the pilot film.
Poseidon was there, yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Poseidon purposely blocked it out.
Yeah.
He ain't having any of this shit.
That's why I don't really smoke anymore. Could go down those crazy rabbit holes in your head.
Yo, Poseidon.
No,
what were you gonna say?
Speaking of rabbit holes, did we talk about the rabbit hole?
That you went into? No, we didn't talk about it Poseidon's been going into a rabbit hole for the people listening to this.
Yeah.
Looking at pedophile videos. No, oh wait, that doesn't sound good at all.
Whoa.
Looking at like uncovering conspiracies of Hollywood elite pedophiles and like government pedophiles. That's what I meant. And he had trouble. He had trouble sleeping the other night. He was like, I can't fucking believe this. Who are these? Look at what they're doing. No. Can you believe that they didn't know? And he's just freaking out. And it's my fault. I should have never let him in on this. His little brain couldn't handle it.
No, I can handle it, but it's mind fucks you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and you were right about what you said. The government is going to take opportunity to try and take away more fucking rights. Oh
yeah, you remember last month when I said on the podcast and people were like, "You're overreacting. The government would never do that." Well, check us out now, buddy. The prime minister's like, "Please don't get out of house. Don't go to any cottages because that's crazy." And then he goes to a cottage, says, "Yeah, because I fucking want to go to a cottage. I'll do whatever the fuck I want." So, and that's people are getting tickets for being outside. Even if who was the guy that got a ticket for kissing his wife? Where was that? I think that was in the States. Yeah.
No.
And then it's like you realize that they live together. They're together all the time. Like you're mad because he kissed his wife. Get the fuck out of here.
Like she already has enough of his DNA in her.
Yeah, but social distancing, like that's when you don't use common sense. But the rule said you can't be this close. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but we live together. We're gonna be this close when we get in the house, so we can hold hands while we walk. It's like use your fucking brain. Like there's a lot of me at the dude. You want to hear something for that? Fucking pissed me off. I was gonna talk about it on the live this Sunday, but since we're here, I was so angry at the bank at Scotiabank, bro. When I tell you buffoonery. So there's I have good opportunities.
I want to hear this.
There's some good stock opportunities, So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm
buying stocks now.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna open up an iTrade account and put my money where I'm really confident in right now that it's gonna grow. So last week, called them up to get it set up. They're like, yeah, just go online on your account. It's fucking easy to do. You're just adding another service, fill out all the forms. So I did it to fill out all the forms. Next day, the account I see is available, but in order to buy stocks, I got to transfer money into that account, the brokerage account. And I couldn't do it. I was like, I wonder what's going on. So I checked the help. I called them up. They go, yeah, just choose that account. Choose what account you're transferring from. It should work. But I go, no, it won't let me. It won't let me even pick the account. So I call. I'm on the phone for over an hour waiting to speak to someone. I speak to a lady. I tell her what my problem is. She's like, okay, we'll put the funds in. We'll take a look. And then she panics. Like, I can't do it for you. You have to go in one of the branches. And I'm like, look, it's quarantine time. Are you fucking sure I have to go into one of the branches? Because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to go in, waste my time. I've already wasted an hour and a half on the phone with you guys. She's like, no, you have to go in and you have to give your mother's maiden name. We don't have your mother's maiden name on file. That's why you can't transfer the funds. And I was like, look, that doesn't sound believable, but I'll go. So I go to the bank first thing in the morning. It was on Monday. I'm, one of the first people there because I didn't want to wait too long. So it's basically about an hour and a half, 2 hours of my life that morning, just to handle everything. I go in and they start giving me no, we can't handle that. You need to call up and do it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I called. They told me to come in. I come in and you tell me I have to fucking call. Like, are you guys playing fucking games with me? She's like, I can't do anything. And then I tell them what the woman told me. She's like, well, yeah, your mother's maiden name isn't here. I'll add it, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. I go, yeah, that's what I figured. It won't make a fucking difference. So I leave. I'm calling on the phone. They're not picking up, sending messages, nothing. Finally, I wait on hold for over an hour and a half. I speak to a guy. He tells me, yeah, the reason why you can't is because your account, it's not fully accessible yet because we can't validate that it's you. We can't prove that you're actually you, who you say you are. I was like, what are you talking about? You're my bank. You have all my information. How do you not know? He goes, you're supposed to send us a picture of your driver's license. I was like, yeah, I did. Check the file. The guy's like, yep. Yeah, looks like you uploaded the picture of your driver's license. And I'm like, and? He's like, yeah, it's just not enough. And I go, how is that not enough? You already, like, this is, like, so I start getting frustrated on the phone. I go, what do you want from me? And the guy's like, well, look, if you open up, I swear to God, if you open up a tax-free savings account with me right now, it'll be accessible tomorrow, your stock stuff. Like, what the fuck are you talking? You just say you know who the fuck I am, but if I give you more money, then you know who the fuck I am. I go, you guys fucking playing games. So what are my other options? He's like, your other option is you fill out this form. So he sends me the form. I swear to God, the form is, once again, give us your driver's license information. But this time, you have to go inside the branch and have one of them verify that it's really you, and they have to sign it and send it back. So I called one of my friends at the bank. Luckily, he heard this. He's like, I've never heard of anything like this in my life. And I sent it to him via email. He double-checked everything and sent it in. And now I'm still waiting. They've already cost me money. The stocks that I want are already up over 20%. Like, it's already cost me fucking money. It's the craziest most incompetent.
Stocks, the stocks you're looking at? Can you give some viewers like some hot stock tips?
No, I can't. Because if they fuck up, which they won't, but if they fuck up, then people are going to blame me for it. He told me to put my money somewhere. So I'm telling you that I'm doing that. But it's just the most illogical, irrational scenario. Oh, this is the reason. Oh, it's just fucking excuses. Nobody wants to admit, look, we're fucking incompetent. We don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Since we're on the topic of investments, I know we talked about this in the past a couple times. What did you think about cryptocurrency?
I don't know enough. I'm not well versed in it enough to make a smart purchase or decision. I can't tell any of them apart.
I think it's just Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. Those are the big players.
I don't know anything about.
That's what I was looking at. That's what I was looking at, like buying more Ethereum now. But the thing is, I don't know, man. In the future, like I think our currency will be digital. So this is probably a precursor of what's to come. I see like a cashless society coming.
Well, it's a cashless society is actually a terrible thing for privacy, for everything. But that you're 100% right. That is exactly what they're pushing for. That's why now if you go to stores and shit, they're refusing cash, and the excuse is the coronavirus. What the fuck are you talking about? You were accepting bills that were inside strippers' assholes last month. What are you talking about? You know?
Yeah.
But they're using it as an excuse.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of that. I don't know. Do you believe in the official story that this came from the wet markets? Do you think that it came from the Wuhan biological?
Well, now the U.S. is saying apparently that intelligence is letting them know that it's probably actually from the lab.
Bio lab.
Yeah, that's what they were saying the last 2 days, which is fucking scary.
This might actually stir up like a world war between us and China then.
Which would be fucking not a good thing.
No.
That would be fucking, World War, I don't know. It would be a little fucked up right now. But I don't think they did it on purpose. So instead of a world war, what should happen is they should have to pay reparations. Right? Take responsibility.
Well, that's where it's going to start, and then,
Yeah. I don't know.
There's those conspiracy guys that are saying it's 5G related.
Okay, look, I'm going to say this fucking again because I feel bad if somebody didn't hear this. The coronavirus is not caused by fucking 5G. It's not caused by 5G.
I'm saying that's what people are saying.
I'm not saying 5G is not. I'm not a scientist. I don't fucking know about any of this shit. The fucking radio waves. If 5G might be, who knows? 5G and 2% of people might cause cancer. I don't fucking know. But I'm telling you that 5G and coronavirus are not linked They're not. And then someone sent me a message and they were telling me, I saw that you don't know anything about the 5G. Tell your people so that they know that 5G weakens you and that's why you get coronavirus. I was like, come the fuck on. This is just crazy shit. This is almost as dumb as the guy who told me, I don't know who you are, so we can't open up your account, but if you give me money and I'll open up a new account, everything's solid. Like, it's just as illogical and stupid. Like, what's the fucking reason? 5G exists in what? 5G towers are in 5 countries? Coronavirus is all over the world.
That's a good point.
They're not. It's not. I didn't even make that point. Rogan made that point, but it's not. It's not logical. Now, I do think that we have to look a bit more into the whole coronavirus thing, and if we find out that China, well, we know there was neglect. Now, whether it was neglect because they got scared, people are going to find out or escape from the lab. People are going to be like, "Wait, why are you working on bioweapons?" I don't know what the reason is, but you fucked us. So I think they should pay. Now, who's going to be the country with the balls enough to do it? It's not going to be Trudeau.
Definitely not.
Well, it definitely won't be Trudeau.
Trudeau's going to panic. I don't want to war with China. How about I let you fuck my boyfriend and then you leave us alone? Like, Trudeau's not the kind of leader you need in this kind of I like how people are calling him heroic. He's like, he's been so heroic in these times. It just came out this week that Trudeau's government was told by our intelligence in January to do something, that this was going to be a big fucking issue. And you know what they did? Dick. They did nothing. And now when they're being questioned about it, they keep fucking flip-flopping in Parliament. They're like, they never answer the question directly. You know, they're just as negligent as China was. They're like, nah, this shit will blow over. And then when it didn't blow over, right away they're the heroes. Get the fuck out of here, man. You had a chance to protect us months ago. You didn't do shit. So I'm not going to forget that.
I think Trump is going to win again in 2020.
Well, yeah, they put Joe Biden against him. Joe Biden's lost his mind. He's senile.
It's insane. It's crazy.
Dude, he doesn't know. He keeps saying shit that's not related to the questions they're fucking asking him. It's insane. Yeah. There's no... like, Trump would have to want to lose. It's not possible to lose against that, because you have a debate, they're going to be like, so what do you think of the economy? And Trump won't even have to answer. He's like, I'll defer to Joe Biden first. Let's see what he says. And he's going to be like, look, there are many different flavors of popsicle out there. I prefer the purple one.
Oh, my God.
I like the blacks. High five.
Do you remember that scene out of Billy Madison when they're doing that quiz at the end?
Yeah.
And then the guy like gives the stupidest answer. Is like Adam Sandler. He's like, what was the question? Like, the Industrial Revolution is like the puppy who lost his way.
Yeah.
And then he tells his whole story at the end. The guy's like, in no way, shape, or form were you ever close to anything that would be considered a rational response.
Yeah, that's Biden. That's exactly Biden, yeah.
But I can't wait to see those debates.
Oh, my God. How
dude.
much is society degenerated when those are the two best people to run the most powerful country in the world?
Hey, at least Trump, say whatever you want. He has 4 years experience now. He's got 4 years experience. But Joe Biden, there's a lot of stuff that bothers me about his whole... everything around him. So number one, what bothers me is that he's clearly losing his mind. It's dementia. It's kind of, we're laughing at it, but he's clearly demented. We're not making fun of him. He clearly has some kind of dementia, right? He's slurring his word. He doesn't know where he is, what he's talking about. So that's scary. You don't want to have that as president. Then also the hypocrisy around it all, right? The whole believe all women, sexual assault, we can't have that. And then now that women are like, yeah, what about the women? You know, he assaulted us. And then like Cortez and all these other fucking people that said believe all women are like, no, believe all women except for her, this bitch, because she's against Biden. Same thing with fucking Bernie Sanders. He said that Biden was corrupt. You don't want the same guys in there. You shouldn't support them. And then now he's like, yeah, I'm endorsing this guy, the guy that I told you is corrupt, and he's gonna fuck. Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's all fugazi, bro.
It's all fugazi.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's all bullshit.
By the way, speaking of 5G. I don't know if I haven't looked, but apparently in Parc-Ex now, on a couple of blocks, they put those little 5G towers up.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I know about 5G, and nobody fucking it has nothing to do with coronavirus. But 5G, what I know is that the way it's supposed to work is that why they have to have a lot of towers around is that instead of you catching a signal, it directly hits your phone. Right? That's why you get these fast fucking signals. But in order for it to work like that, you need to have a lot of little towers. So you're always constantly connected, right? So what they're saying is, in order for it to be that powerful, a wave, that's what could be harmful to you. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. In my head, it does make sense that it could be harmful because, as far as I know, radio waves, like everything's kind of harmful to us, right? It's like the X-ray machines. Like I remember at the dentist or even at the doctor when I was getting X-rays for my collarbones or whatever, and they would be like, "Yeah, don't worry," because like I don't want to take too many X-rays. It's not good for you. Like no, X-rays they're fine. They're perfectly fine. And the second they turn on the machine, they're like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here," and they leave and go to another room. So I don't know. I don't think they're that benign. I think they're too much radiation can't be a good thing.
I would have to agree. I mean, yeah, I'm not a physicist or whatever.
I'll get one on. I'll get someone on.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out now.
I would be interested in finding out when you get that guest on your show. Ask him if because our phones all currently run on they're all 4G enabled, right? They're not 5G enabled.
Some are. I think there's some Huawei phones that are capable of getting the signal, and I think Samsung has a couple phones out that are capable of getting the signal.
Also, the new Google Pixel is 5G capable.
The one that's gonna come out, or the 4?
The 4 XL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have the 4.
Yeah, that one's also 5G capable.
You guys are Android guys, huh?
Android. I won't leave the Pixel now. I'm very comfortable. It's the OS that I've been the most comfortable with ever.
Okay, I've been using iPhones ever since.
Yeah, I've used Samsung. I've used iPhone. I've used LGs. I've used all kinds. There was pros and cons, but I've never been as comfortable and happy as I am with Google's.
If I have to take a washroom break, how do I pause this thing?
You don't.
So you're gonna pause us. You could just mute yourself, and then I'll just talk to my buddy Poseidon.
I'll just mute, and then. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure this thing out. Wait, is it on the? Do I mute the mic?
Yeah, you see, there's a little mic button. If you click on that.
Hold on.
No. On your screen, dickhead, on Skype, right?
Okay.
You see, there's a little microphone icon.
Yeah,
click on it.
Here, yeah.
Click on it.
There you go.
Okay, so now I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign language. He's gonna go. Jesus. So Poseidon. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go out to the U.
What?
You're gonna go out to the U.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a walk, go buy some smokes, and go grab some food from my mom's place.
Yo, by the way, I was gonna tell you. So, I went to the bank to handle my business. Thank God it was your namesake, Adoni. That was fucking hooking me up. That would help me out. This guy, I find, because I saw him outside. I was talking before. He must be like in a crew. This guy's probably fun to have around because he's, there's different Greeksters that we have, like people that are always angry, always this.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, always fucking smiling, like always a happy dude. You know what I mean?
I like those people.
Yeah. So his crew is probably good. Like he's probably a good hang. He was even when I was telling the story, he was never like, "Oh, what the fuck?" He's like, "That's ridiculous," but it's always like a happy demeanor.
Yeah.
Because we have some friends like Greeksters that are just always angry.
I can't hang out with.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't fall in that group. He was always like, don't worry. Like like a Greekster from Greece, like just that kind of mentality. Like, don't worry about it. Like more calm, more happy. So we need more people like that. So yeah, what were you gonna say? And I cut you off. I'm sorry. It's because I was thinking about because I keep looking at my emails. I was thinking about Scotia.
That's okay. I watched the video, a London Reel interview. The guy, I forgot his fucking name. The interview with David Icke.
Oh yeah, what did he say? Was it lizards?
Man, this guy, I don't know. Like, look, I believe that they're trying to control us more, and they're trying to move towards a different form of like economy. I guess, like they're trying to, make us more like take away our rights, basically. Like communist type of shit. I'm not about that life. But like, man, when he started going into the 5G and why it's the 5G and that it amplifies and they can amplify a very small area, I was like, oh fuck, this guy lost me right now. Like you were saying.
Like
what are you guys talking about? I just hopped in.
He was talking about David Icke.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, when he was on London Reel.
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about that interview. Apparently, they took it down off YouTube.
It would be funny if they did, because all that's doing is giving fuel to those conspiracy theorists, you know.
Well, they did even the series Fall Cabal, which has some good stuff, some ridiculous shit. The one episode that YouTube took down and you had to go to BitChute was, remember episode 5, Poseidon? That was the one that I talked about Pizzagate, all the pedophiles in Hollywood, all that shit. So the only one they bothered to take down was the most damning one about like the current society, and that raised the flag. Like for me, I was like, whatever. I was like, where's part 5? And then I was reading in the comments, and they're like, oh, they took. You can only find it here. They took it down because of this. I was like, motherfuckers. Then I looked at part 5 and him too, and that's when I was like, holy shit, it's all a bunch of fucking pederasts.
That's fucking suspicious, bro. Right there, when they start taking shit down, it's like, wait a minute.
A lot of
that's why I didn't understand. A lot of comedians on the scene too, and I bring them up because I think they're the biggest pieces of garbage.
Are
the
pedophiles?
Ones that were applauding, maybe. But the ones that were applauding the censorship of Alex Jones.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember how pissed I was about that shit? They didn't see what the fuck they were doing. Like, yeah, but he was talking. Dude, whether he was wrong or not, you're opening the door for them to do it to you, to deplatform you.
Right.
Because even if he was, let's say he was wrong. Let's say, and I don't mean wrong like he actively tried. Let's say he didn't get the info right. Right? Like how we have a show now, okay? And let's say we talk about anything. I'm going to be wrong. It's going to happen, okay?
Right.
If those are the grounds to deplatform someone because he was wrong or you don't agree with him, then how are you safe? You think everyone's going to agree with you? I don't even agree with me most of the time. Like there's stuff that I believe that I'll say, and then like let's say 6 months later, 6 months later, I'll have new information. I'll be like, I don't feel the same way anymore. So what do? I have to kill myself? Like, what are you talking about? You can't just you can't just deplatform people because you don't agree at that specific time. And I don't know. I didn't like that shit at all. And then they were happy. And then there are also a lot of people who were happy about him that don't really have a podcast or anything. So now they're struggling. Like, I wanna start a podcast. No one's watching. Am I allowed to talk about this? You would have been allowed to talk about whatever the fuck you want, dickhead.
Right.
YouTube is demonetizing video. The second we said coronavirus, the video is no longer monetized. They've been doing that for a month and a half now. Yeah. They demonetize. That's why you look at videos, they call it something else, like a nickname, so that they don't get it. It's fucking crazy, dude.
So why don't they want people on YouTube speaking about the coronavirus? Because they don't want
they don't want sad. They don't want anything. Basically, the way it works is so ads. The way they play on your videos is it's kind of like people. I don't know how to put this, but depending on your content, depending on what you're talking about, there's different ads that are allowed to be on there. So the more peaceful, the more easily consumable your video is, your podcast, whatever it is, the easier it is for them to sell ads because people buy them. It's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for?
Palatable?
No, it's just they're all different prices, and then people bid. There's bids for different ads. So people are like, okay, I want to spend 30 cents an ad on this. I want to spend this. Right? So your bids, your value goes higher if you're a popular video, but also you're easily consumable. Like the people buying the ads don't need to think about it. Like I say, Ford doesn't want necessarily their ad because they're a car company to run in front of a video that's like, yo, people that own car companies are pedophiles. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't want to take chances.
I got you.
So depending on what you talk about, so coronavirus, all that shit, as long as you're not the news, everyone else, they view it as negative. It's either depressing or false information, or whatever the fuck. Oh, they're blaming China or anything. So it was demonetizing, so they didn't even have to deal with it. They didn't even have to worry about ads because you couldn't run ads. So they were doing shit like that.
I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, Poseidon, that's a nice gallon jug of water. I got one too, man. You drink the whole thing?
What?
You try to drink one of those a day?
The waters.
No, I'll drink like half.
Okay. It's good drinking a lot of water. I tried. I drink a gallon a day. I've been trying to drink a gallon a day, but then when I'm out working at night,
you switch to semen.
A lot of restaurants won't let me use their garbage. Sorry.
Wait, hold on. Is that where you get your water? This garbage juice? Look, I want to drink a gallon a day, but I got to be honest, there are some restaurants that won't let me use their garbage.
No, they won't let me use their bathrooms, so I end up having to go behind the dumpster, like outside, is what I was. Yeah,
Who are you? What kind of life are you leading?
Oh, it's a stupid, dumb life. Doesn't make any sense.
Bro, we're men. We can piss wherever we want.
Yeah, there's nobody in the street. There's nobody downtown and stuff.
Hey, how is downtown? I haven't been downtown in forever. I have no reason to go now.
I was remember I was there during that episode of 2DM. It was pretty dead.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
But
But that was in the middle of the
yesterday
day. I wonder. Hey, are the homeless? What are they doing? Because Poseidon, you caught some homeless guys on camera. Like, what are the? Are we not nervous about them, or are they not nervous? Or I mean, if the homeless guys are surviving,
They all hung out in like a bank where I go to Scotiabank too, and I was in the vestibule there using the ATM, and there was like 3 or 4 of them sleeping there.
oh, you sure it wasn't just people that fucking work there in the iTrade section? Maybe.
Yeah, that smell.
You guys look like you're here on the street. We're gonna hire you guys.
Yeah. That smelled like urine and feces.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's the worst.
Yeah. So that's it, man. When do you guys think things are gonna return back to normal?
Oh, I'm not even answering that question anymore. Everybody asks me like I'm a fuck. I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not a goddamn doctor. I don't know what's going on.
Your long hair and your beard gave off the impression you're like a prophet or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know anymore because there are two schools of thought on this. One is we cannot sustain the economy the way it is if we wait as long as Trudeau said, which is about 18 months. We're going to turn into a third world country. There's not going to be any money, right? So that's a problem.
18 months.
18 months is too long.
Oh my God.
On the other hand, if we do have to kickstart the economy slowly, but if we do it too fast and people think that there's not a real danger anymore, that's when the high risk people are going to get killed. That's when people who have like, all right, that's cool, I'm going to go outside, and that's when they're going to get killed. So it should be done gradually. Now, I'm going to go on the record and say, again, we could have avoided this when they found out about it, when our government found out about it in January, they had already started fucking closing the borders to, fucking Wuhan, China, stuff like that, just to quell it a bit, and maybe told other countries too, so they could have done the same. We wouldn't have been in this fucking situation, right? If they weren't scared to be like, we don't want to look racist by blocking these flights.
I was going to say, didn't they say Trump was racist because he wanted to block the borders?
But that's why. So Trump, he was given the choice, like, yeah, let's just stop the flights. And like, what a racist piece of shit. And then when Trudeau did it 2 weeks later, he was late to the party. Right. They're like, fucking Trudeau, so powerful. So powerful, closing the border. Like, it's a farce. It's a farce.
These people make my blood boil.
Yeah, anyone with because you need to use common sense. You need to use common sense. If someone would say, "Look, we're not letting any Asians in. I don't care where they're from. I don't care if they grew up in fucking Wisconsin. If they're of Asian heritage, get them out." Yeah, that's racist.
Yeah.
But to be like, yeah, there's an infection down there. There's a virus. People are dying, and it's highly contagious. I don't want to take these people in. That's not racist. That's you protecting your fucking people. You don't want the spread.
Didn't they say things that I don't know. I don't trust anything from a communist regime. The news that comes out of China, but they're saying that. There's so many. Did you hear this story?
They blamed the U.S. at one point. They were trying to lie.
Yeah.
Well, they said, "Oh, we all recovered. We're back to normal." But I don't know if that's true.
No. And then today they announced more deaths, but also they lie a lot. So whatever they say, I think it's double or triple. I don't believe because China, because people often misunderstand. People are like, no, I know Chinese people. They work hard. They're not. We're not talking about Chinese people here. The government of China, that communist regime, they don't give a fuck, dude. They lie. It's all propaganda stuff. Don't think of Chinese people, because if you think of Chinese people, then this would get out of hand really quick, right? A Chinese person, the way they are, they wouldn't handle it the same way. That government, though, all they give a shit about is power.
Yeah.
They were. Remember when they were welding the apartments shut and all that? They were killing Chinese people.
Yeah.
Remember the apartment buildings that they were too infected, too many people, so they were welding it shut, forced quarantine, and then later they would go in, and a lot of people obviously died. They didn't survive.
Oh my God!
And they even died from other stuff than the Ronas. Apparently there were other causes of death also. And
yeah, of course, yeah.
The Ronas.
I'm
sorry, I just find that funny.
What else did they die from in those buildings besides the Ronas and what else? The egg rolls? What else? What else besides? The noodles?
Lydias?
What else besides?
The Lydias?
The Ronas.
Please.
The beaties? Diabetes?
The beaties. They got the beaties. Like your eyes.
They got the beaties, bro.
They got the beaties out there, bro. Fucking Wilford Brimleys.
Wilford Brimley?
Yeah, they're out there eating that candy.
Yeah. He was the one doing those Quaker Oats commercials, right?
Yeah. No, was it Quaker Oats?
Yeah, then he got diabetes. And isn't that ironic? I thought oats were supposed to help.
I always found that he looked like a sea lion.
He looks like a sea lion.
Yeah, Wilfred Brimley.
It's
You
fucking
don't see it?
sea lion. Yeah, I can see that.
Who looked like a sea lion?
Wilfred Brimley.
Pretty
Wilson Brimley.
Wilfred Brimley.
Is he still alive?
No, he died
Wilfred.
from the beaties.
Did he die from diabetes? Ah, that sucks.
It's always gonna be the beaties that's gonna get you.
Was he on Walker, Texas Ranger?
Oh, I don't remember, man. It was
Oh my God, he does.
Yeah.
Oh my
Are you
God,
attracted
that's
to him?
amazing.
Uh,
That's so hot.
he has like whiskers.
So is your girlfriend out of the house now?
Yeah.
Where does she live
For
now?
A few days.
A few days, and then she's coming back?
No, I'm
You
gonna
have a
go.
girlfriend now?
Yeah.
Yeah, where did she go?
How much are you paying her a week?
She went back home. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. No, then I'm gonna go visit, and I'm gonna bring her back with me for about a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Poseidon. So Poseidon doesn't believe in quarantining, and it gets deep because we always have to reset the clock with him, right? That's why we can't go to the studio yet with everyone because he keeps exposing himself. And then yesterday, this is the best. So yesterday, I'm like, he went to go visit Mike, outside his house. Obviously, he's not going to risk everything, go inside. So we're trying to count, like, okay, he hasn't gone anywhere. We should be okay to maybe start the studio. And then yesterday, he's like, yeah, so I'm in Laval right now. There's no, I go, why? What are you doing in Laval? Oh, I'm going to go help out a buddy of mine, go upstairs. He used to move a fucking desk. So I'm going to go with him and move his desk. Like, what the fuck are you, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What don't you get from this? Like, stop fucking introducing new people to your fucking routine. Just can't stop.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
No. How did that feel yesterday?
Huh?
How did that feel?
I don't know. I was just helping him out. It felt all right. I don't know. How's it supposed to feel?
I don't know, but did you feel like a buffoon? Is what I'm saying. When you were breathing in the air in his apartment, where you're like, this was unnecessary. I didn't need to take this risk.
I did feel a bit
like a buffoon, though.
I did feel like a bit of a fucking idiot.
Yeah, when you got there, you're like, why am I so stupid?
When I got there, I was like, shit.
I regret
I should
everything.
not have done that.
So have you guys been learning any skills or consuming any cool media?
Well, look at the stream upgrade that I've been trying to do. I did that. I have a script, dude, that I've been putting off for a while that I gotta finish. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I can get it done. You know what? Even though I'm working hard, like on everything, I still feel like it's like I haven't done enough considering all the extra free time that we have.
Yeah.
Because there's really, apart from going out and taking walks, there's really no excuse to not take advantage of the time.
I agree too. I mean, it is a bit of a stressful time for a lot of people, right? Like we're being told to stay inside, to social distance, like that we could die. There's like so much fear mongering going on.
It's too much, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit. You gotta recharge a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, how much recharging we can do? I feel like we rested so far, right? We're well rested. We should maybe focus on doing shit.
Do you think there's gonna be a lot of divorces after this?
Why? What do you think, Poseidon? Are you interested in stepping in?
Stepping into what?
Someone else's role.
No.
Bill, you're my wife. You're my wife now. Say that to the husband.
I pose as a divorce lawyer.
No, I think there's going to be a lot of breakups for sure. You get annoyed, you see someone for who they really are, and you get pissed off.
Well, two of my chairs that I bought
broke up.
The guy was getting rid of them because he just broke up with his girlfriend.
And they were her favorite chairs.
And he goes, "Nah, man, I always eat at the couch anyways. I don't give a fuck about chairs."
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found that funny.
By him saying that, I guarantee you that he didn't break up with her. She broke up with him. Is that a fair assessment to make?
That's a very fair assessment.
Yo, fucking, what are chairs for, bro? When you got couches. So you don't want a table and chairs in the house at all. Like if anybody comes over, you don't want tables, chairs. Man, what I look like to you? Some kind of an adult? I don't need no motherfucking chairs. Jesus Christ, who dated this?
What are you, fucking royalty? Eats out of a trough,
Yeah. A fork? Motherfucker, fingers were made before forks.
And I bought 2 other chairs that are very nice. They're made out of steel. The guy that had them owned a furniture store.
Yeah.
And he goes, these chairs I sell for $300 a pop per chair. And I buy them usually at around $150 to $200.
Okay.
And I bought them at $99 each. So he lost money on them.
I don't think he lost any money because I don't think he cares. It doesn't sound like you've been working with the elites.
Me?
Yeah, it really sounds like you've been getting the B team. Like me with the stock stuff. It sounds like you're getting the reserve squad.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm delivering fucking food to people like just through their, like just leaving it on their door, and it's pretty good.
Yo, does anybody ever come out and be like, yo, why the fuck are you dining and dashing? Like, what are you doing? Why are you ringing the doorbell and running? What are you doing? Why is this half eaten?
Oh man.
Why is it happy?
Yo, you ever eat people's food when you're Uber driving?
No, because none of it's stuff that I want to eat anyways.
How do you know what's in it? Don't you just
can
go
see
collect
what
the bag and
order is.
drop it off?
Yeah, I mean, you can see on the app what the order is, and it's not like none of it's vegan, you know. So
Do you think that there's Uber drivers that fucking dip into some fries?
yeah, there's a way to do it. Yeah, you can steal food. It's not hard.
That's fucking terrible, bro. That makes me not want to order.
Yeah, but isn't the bag usually stapled or sealed with a sticker or something?
No, there's a way to do it. I mean, what's the statute of limitations on this?
Oh, he's been eating people's foods, bro.
No, I haven't eaten anybody's food. Like I said, nobody orders anything vegan, you know. So
Okay, so hypothetically, if there was vegan food, what you're saying is you have a way of stealing their food.
That's just Mike's
Everybody
excuse
who
when he
knows.
gets to the door. No, it can't be me that ate your food because I'm fucking vegan. It's impossible. I'm vegan.
So the way it works is fuck this. I don't know how many people are gonna see this. So let's
4.
say you're going to pick up an order, you're going to pick up somebody's food.
Yeah.
And what you do is like especially now it's like really easy because they leave the food outside. A lot of these restaurants, they'll leave the food outside. One time I was going to pick up an order, and it was like for pizza or something. It was at a pizza place, and the guy comes out of the door and he's like, "Step away from the door," like as if I was a criminal, like with a gun.
Jesus.
The restaurant owner said this, or the guys you delivered to?
No, the restaurant owner was saying that to me because we had to wait outside for our orders because they didn't want anybody coming in.
Okay.
And he was like freaking out. I'm like, this guy watches too much news. It was too weird. So anyways, so a lot of the restaurants now, they'll leave their food outside. What people can do, let this be a tip to anybody who wants to
Pretend that you're an Uber driver?
No, you go out there with well, there's that, of course. But let's say if you're going to pick up an order, you can pick up the order and then you just don't confirm it. You cancel it and then you just drive off with someone else's food.
Oh, okay. That's not the same thing. That's not.
No, but it's not hard.
It's still dirty. It's not hard to do, but it's not.
No, but you're ripping off the restaurant again. Free food.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's the right thing to
That's
do.
what we're talking
It's still
about.
dirty. It's still dirty, but it's not as fucked up as putting your hands in someone's food and then bringing it to their house. That's worse.
Like, oh god, you remember like that stupid Limp Bizkit video with Pauly Shore as a pizza guy, and then he shows up and Method Man and Limp Bizkit and fucking Fred Durst are hanging out, and he has like a pizza and it's like half eaten.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah,
What was
you
it
should
for?
remember that. They sucked. That was a stupid band.
Do you remember when Limp Bizkit was actually popular?
Yeah, it was like in the late '90s because I was in high school.
Yeah,
Those
early
80s,
2000s.
And it was like the late '90s, and people would wear like those red Yankees hats and
Yeah.
shit. Like everyone's trying to grow a pinch. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Remember, he just had the pitch. It just looked like a vagina on his chin or something.
Yeah. What happened to this guy?
I'm sure he's still around. They're probably still doing stuff, but they always sucked. Because they had that one cover of George Michael's Faith that went viral, you know, back then.
I thought like their big songs were "I Did It All for the Nookie," that one.
Yeah, well, that was all shit.
But I think that's the only one that I ever heard. Like really, like I can't remember. Oh no, Roll and Roll. I remember that one too. That was in
So dumb.
hockey game, NHL Hits, I think it was.
You remember he was trying to rap and stuff, like, and his raps were so bad.
Yeah, he wasn't, but he was popular. I was too young for it to matter. I didn't have any buying power.
I don't understand how that works. That was like some marketing shit. They probably just had a good marketing team.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we see that you guys love Eminem and his white raps. Well, we got something for you. Eminem if he couldn't stick to a diet or speak properly.
Oh my god!
Like what?
I actually, I gotta say this is on the record. This is kind of embarrassing. When I was in high school, my friends and I, we got tickets to go see this concert. It was called the Anger Management Tour, and like Limp Bizkit was on it, and Eminem was on it, which was cool.
Yeah.
Eminem was the only good part of that.
Who else was
But
there?
it was Eminem. It was like Papa Roach.
Oh, yeah, dude, all these
And
people I
Limp
forgot.
Bizkit headlined it, and it was like,
Limp Bizkit headlined.
yeah, they came out of this giant robot. It was so stupid. I was all high with my friends. I thought it was like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's amazing that they were on a show with Eminem, and they
Because
headlined.
Eminem was always cool. Like I liked Eminem. He was good, even back in the day, like when he started and stuff. But oh yeah, and Exhibit was there too.
Oh, I like Exhibit.
Yeah, it was okay. But then like Papa Roach was there. God,
What did they sing?
They did all that song. Remember that song like "Cut My Life into Pieces"?
Oh yeah, that was them. Yeah,
that was them.
I
So
went
emo.
to a resort. Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my last resort. It was about a song about killing themselves. Like I wish they would. So you
Yeah,
didn't have to
you're like, just stop talking about it, pussies. Just do it.
Don't pussy out. Just get your whole mouth over the shotgun. Yeah.
Yo, what it? Oh fuck, you guys wouldn't know, but I heard that Sweden hasn't done anything.
I heard. No, yeah, I heard about that.
Like they
I
didn't.
think that's actually pretty cool. But their rates apparently are pretty high. They say.
Oh, are they?
That's what I heard.
Because
I thought
people
it was a
still
cool
kill
idea.
themselves there.
Oh, you're talking about coronavirus rates, or were we talking about suicide?
No, in general, because I'm saying the rates of coronavirus, I don't know what they are, but like they have a very high suicide rate, right?
In Sweden?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought Japan had the highest one in the world.
I don't know. I don't know who has the highest anymore, but I know that Sweden had maybe the highest in Europe or something. Like, yeah, I don't know. Is that still a thing? Poseidon? You could be our oracle. You could look it up. Yeah.
Well, they say Japan has the highest rate in the world, and then there was a documentary by Vice, like the Suicide Forest.
I like the stories of the suicide forest, but I don't like Vice.
I don't like Vice either. But then that guy, what's his name? That YouTuber. Who's that guy? Like that blonde dude?
Oh, Logan Paul. Yeah, when he went, he was
Yeah.
making fun of them.
He went and he was doing. He went to the Suicide Forest and they found a guy hanging.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, and there was like a big controversy about that. So I think Japan has the highest rate, but
the highest rate in the world is Guyana. It's in South America.
oh, so I was wrong.
Oh shit, Guyana has the highest suicide rate.
Russia is third.
Where's Japan on there?
Japan is 30th.
Oh shit! I guess. This is
Wait, so where's Sweden?
I thought
I'm
Japan had the
looking right
highest
now.
rate.
Wait, are we
But
just looking at it proportionate to the
They're going percentage-wise.
of the population?
Per 100,000 people.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good statistic because if you're going by, because then let's say Guyana has fucking 400 people and fucking 10 kill themselves. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I rather know how many in general. Like if fucking 100 kill themselves in Japan and 200 in Sweden, I'd rather know that than proportionally.
I gotta go pee again, guys. I'll be back.
You have the bladder of an infant.
No, look how much water I drink, though, man. I've been drinking this. I'm almost done this gallon.
Oh, you're gonna have to head back to a dumpster and a glory hole.
I'll try to get it all out now.
All right, get out there.
For Sweden. Where the fuck is Sweden in this?
Yeah, I thought they had a high suicide.
Yeah, Denmark has they're 89th actually.
Really?
So not that
Denmark?
high. Yeah.
Then again, it is very Sweden-esque, right? Cold up there and shit.
Yeah. Canada is 72nd.
Yeah, we're pretty high,
Yeah.
all things considered.
Switzerland is 61.
Okay, you keep naming off random stuff. I'm just asking, check out suicides per year per country.
Oh, hold on.
I'm curious to see how many people are killing themselves in Sweden. Because they used to talk about how it was the highest suicide rate. But I do believe that Japan must have a really high one because, anything that happens, they kill themselves. They lose their job, they're like, I bring shame to my family.
No, it's bringing up the fucking Wikipedia page again.
And what the same one that says the rates?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that it's high in Sweden, but I don't know proportionately to everyone else how much it is. But I mean,
Sweden apparently has a very low suicide rate, but it can be misleading because it may not account for physician-assisted suicide. Which is legal there.
oh really?
Yes.
So you think that plays a part in the statistics? This is interesting.
100%. Yeah, Sweden only had 12 reported suicides per 100,000 people, but physician-assisted suicide is legal there.
And that's high. Also, euthanasia.
Yeah. Suicide in China, they're calling it suicide.
Yeah.
Why still talking about that?
This guy was talking so much shit about the government, he then killed himself. He shot himself in the head 9 times. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait. So Poseidon,
Yeah.
euthanasia, I think there in the Netherlands also legal. So what about euthanasia? What do you guys think of euthanasia? I had this conversation because it was a Kevorkian movie with Al Pacino. What do you guys think of assisted suicide?
I don't know. I don't mind Chinese kids. You know, they're pretty cool.
Oh, that's not euthanasia. That's
yourself?
murder. Yeah. What do you think of euthanasia, Poseidon?
Well, look, if let's say, I don't know, you're 85, you can no longer function, eat, shit, piss, whatever. I don't know. You know, you can't. You know, you're in just so much pain.
Yeah.
I think a person should be allowed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just in so much pain that somebody else does it
Mayo?
for them.
I agree with Poseidon. I think you should have the right to your own life or to end it. I don't think the government should step in.
Yeah, it's weird because I kind of feel the same way too. Like that you should
How
have.
is it illegal? Like, what is it punishable by the death penalty? We're gonna put you in jail. We're gonna give you the death penalty. You know, for trying to kill yourself. Like,
yeah, that's a little strange.
To murder you. Like, it doesn't make sense.
But if somebody goes like, my cat died, I want to kill myself, and then they try to euthanize it, then it should be like, okay, bro, like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, it should be like calm the fuck down. But what if? What if that's how they feel though? What I'm saying is the decision needs to be yours. So it can't be like Poseidon's eugenic scheme where it's like, she's old, she can't walk right, she's gotta commit suicide, you know, no, like fucking Hitler Jr. That I'm against. But if someone's like, look, man, I've been in serious pain for 1.5 years, I can't take it anymore, I'm on medication, I'm half the time I'm sleeping, you know, and they want to end it, I don't see how I have the right to step in and tell them no.
I agree. It's good to know that we're tackling all the heavy issues on this show.
Yeah, issues that we have no power over.
Right.
The government released a statement later. Pantelis was talking about how he's cool with it, so euthanasia is fine now. It's a good thing we had our expert on it.
How are you going to enforce that? Like, how are you gonna, like, it's against the law to kill yourself? Like,
yeah, what happens now? I've never even wondered. What happens now? They just give you mental help or shit. They put you in a mental hospital for a bit. Like, what do they do if they catch you trying to commit suicide, Poseidon? No. I'm not saying you specifically, but like the girls that woke up and they found out that you slept with them. What do they do normally?
Oh, Japan is 14.
Like 14 is the age of consent, or 14?
No, 14th in suicides, he says.
Okay.
In the world.
I thought that was. That's why his eyes lit up, you know, when he was like, "Oh, Japan's 14. I'm taking a trip once this Corona shit ends."
Could you imagine? It's like 14 is a lucky number. Why is it lucky? Anything under 18 is a lucky number. Yeah.
My odds are better, yeah, because they're easier to deceive. Yeah, I don't know. How did we get on this topic?
What the fuck? Hold on.
Oh,
we were talking about Papa Roach, and then I talked about suicide.
Yeah.
God, that was a shit.
Poseidon, you're asking us to hold on, but you better read out loud because.
Never mind. This was if someone helps someone
commit suicide, euthanasia.
They can get 14 years in prison.
Because you're an accessory to a murder.
That type of thing, yeah, like that.
Well, what the fuck is that? That is weird.
Yeah.
But I think they just put you in like a psychiatric hospital. If you try.
Didn't Doug Stanhope talk about that on one of his stand-up specials? That he talked about the statute of limitations, like he actually helped his mother kill herself. Did you hear about this?
I don't remember. Probably did, but I don't remember.
Talked about it on stage.
What about when
His mom
somebody
was
is?
terminally ill. Yeah.
What about when somebody is brain dead?
I don't know.
Like,
Let's ask him. Poseidon,
they're
what
just
would you
dead.
do if you felt like killing yourself?
Like, I mean, I was in a coma, and like, let's say I was
No,
completely.
I mean
brain
like right
dead.
now, like just brain dead, not a coma.
Oh, that one went over my head.
You know why?
Yeah, I think I want someone to pull the plug. You know.
Yeah,
If you're
look, I don't want anyone to pull the plug for me. That's what then that's fucked up. But if I don't believe that I can tell you if you've decided that. You know what I mean? Like, but if you're in real pain, I'm talking about. Like, obviously, I would talk you out of it if you're just like, if the Yankees keep losing, I can't live like this anymore. I'd be like, all right, listen, stupid.
You kept betting on them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, could you imagine somebody's lost all his money because he keeps betting against the Harlem Globetrotters? It's like the
By the
fucking
way-
Generals are due for a win. Poseidon, why are you laughing? There's no way you get that one.
If you were ever hooked up to a
Told
machine,
you.
the moment that someone would try to unplug you, you would probably wake up and be like, "Did I fucking say you can unplug me?"
Who, me?
Yeah, your anger would wake you up, bro.
Well, yeah, that's then you're murdering me. You're like, I don't think he wants to wake up. Fuck you.
No, but I.
Yeah, but that's a
I
good
don't-
question. That's a weird one. If you were gonna live the rest of your life like in bed, like shitting your pants,
Oh,
people
fuck.
have to feed you. You can't do anything. I mean, how
Through
much
a
of that
tube.
could you take? Yeah, and like yeah, exactly through a tube. You get and you're like a vegetable. Like, would you even want to live like that? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's too heavy for a Friday afternoon. It's too heavy of a
It's
of
very
a
heavy.
conversation.
Who brought this up? I think I brought it up.
Heavier than Poseidon.
Because we were talking.
No, we're talking about Papa Roach
That's
killing
stupid.
themselves, and then we
Papa
said they
Roach.
should have killed themselves, and then it escalated to me asking about Sweden suicide rates, and then you
know
telling
what?
us that it's another country in South America that has the highest suicide rate, and that's what
You know what really sucked about that band, Papa Roach?
what.
They had they're the biggest sellers. They were so garbage. They had this song because I remember seeing them at the show, and I was like, these guys suck. And they had this song about how money was so evil, and it was like on the radio. It was on there was a music video for it. They had a song about like money being bad and like they was like so like anti-money. And then like a couple of years later, I saw them doing a fucking Pepsi commercial. I'm like, you fucking pieces of shit, you know? And they're like driving around in a car drinking Pepsi. It's like, you guys are a
Why are
bunch
you
of
judging my boys, the Roaches?
the Roaches
The Roaches.
sucked. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I've never been a fan of those bands. It wasn't my cup of tea.
I remember that was like a whole slew of like what they would call like new metal or rap metal, or it was all crap, you know?
Yeah, not metal is what they should call it.
Because
it wasn't.
like rap metal. Yeah. They tried to call it rap metal.
So
But there were bands like that pioneered that stuff, like Rage Against the Machine. They were pretty cool.
yeah, and then now this year they started. What were they charging? $300, $400, $500 tickets to go see
really?
to fight capitalism. Like, I don't think you understand the words that you're saying. I don't think you get
Yeah, but
what
their
you're.
guitarist is
Wait.
like one of the best. Like Tom Morello, he's like one of the best.
Yeah, but
guitarists.
they're like, you gotta fight capitalism. Everything's about money nowadays. Come watch us in concert. $400 is the ticket.
Oh, God, this is-
Buddy, I don't think you're thinking. There's-
Remember when I used to have a joke about that, about the guy like the punk store where you could buy a T-shirt with an anarchy logo on it, and I was like, the only way that shirt would make sense is if you stole it.
yeah, exactly. I remember when everybody had a Che Guevara shirt. Do you remember that? This guy's a hero, and they knew nothing about him. They knew nothing about communism.
God.
Nothing.
My parents went to Cuba when I was a teenager, and they brought me back a Che Guevara shirt. So I wore it around, and I was like such a piece of shit. I look back, I'm like, I didn't even know anything about the guy.
Yeah, I just assumed. I saw a movie about him. There was a motorcycle in it.
Dude, you know what? You know, my friend's girlfriend told me I was like 16 years old. I had a Che Guevara T-shirt I was riding a skateboard. You know, this big fucking poser.
You were like a cartoon dog from The Simpsons.
Yeah. My friend's girlfriend goes to me. She looks at the Che Guevara T-shirt and she goes, "Oh, is that the singer for Rage Against the Machine?"
You know what? Good for her.
I was like, "Yeah, it was Che Guevara." Yeah, the singer.
Yeah, that's the singer. Yeah, it's Che. Yo, speaking of Che, it made me think of Michael Che, and apparently he bought groceries for his grandmother's entire like apartment complex or some shit.
Who's Michael Che?
He's a comedian, New York. Very. He's a cool dude.
Okay.
Yeah, funny guy. And then Louis C.K., another baller move. They were doing a GoFundMe for the staff at the Comedy Cellar, right?
Yeah.
And his contribution was 20 G's.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys see his last special that came out?
No, not yet. I haven't even. I keep forgetting about it. But I heard it's good.
It's really, really good.
Who's?
Yeah. Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I watched last night Chris D'Elia's.
Did you like it? I didn't watch it. My girlfriend watched it and she told me she didn't like it.
I did and I didn't. I don't like those goofy voices he does.
Really?
Those accents.
Like all of them you don't like, or there's some you don't like?
Yeah.
I actually I think all of them I don't like. I like some of his punchlines, but like I don't know that voice that he does. Like I don't know. I don't like it that much.
So you didn't have fun?
I did and I didn't. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like fucking. What's his name there?
Tom Segura.
His was good. Who's out? I laughed a lot at Tom Segura's.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. It's not like Dave.
Oh,
Chappelle.
Dave.
Yeah,
Chappelle's
but you're comparing apples to oranges now,
That was
dude.
the best thing I've seen in the past like 5 years.
Yeah, you're comparing blacks to whites now, dude. What are you doing? Don't be that guy.
But I like this joke a lot about. Fuck, I can't even fucking remember.
Chappelle, you're talking about, or D'Elia?
D'Elia.
Okay, so he did have redeeming qualities. I think your barometer was you were just you were judging him a little too harshly. You're like, this isn't fucking Dave Chappelle.
I think so.
White man trying to tell me how to laugh.
Also, he says on the special that he's never drank a single drink of alcohol.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
I don't believe him.
No, he doesn't drink.
Like, not even one fucking drink, bro.
Not for him.
Pantelis, you don't drink.
It's like
I don't know, everyone's tried a beer here and there.
Pantelis, you don't drink. When's the last time you drank?
I don't know, but I don't have an issue with drinking. Like if there's drinks available and I'm, like we're at the bar, I'll grab a drink. So I don't have like a lifelong. I'm just not a drinker. But he's actually never touched it. So it's kind of like it's kind of like Poseidon. You expect us to believe that you could walk out of the house and not suck someone's dick. Like we're not gonna believe you.
Oh god.
So Mike, you working tonight?
Probably later, yeah.
So wait, you dictate your own schedule.
Gives me something to do, man. I get out of the house and.
So wait, you just drive off? You open up the app and you're like, okay, I'm ready to work, and they're like, all right, we'll send you to a restaurant nearby and try not to eat their food.
Yeah, you just pretty much put your. It's. I think last night I made some good money downtown, so I think I might just go downtown tonight.
Yeah, because there's all those students and shit, right? And they're ordering from all those places.
Yeah, and there's all these boosters too.
What's a booster?
They'll add like a booster's like they'll add like $3 to the order or something per order.
For you.
And then. For you, and then plus, you get the original, like what you were gonna get, plus $3, plus the tips, and the tips have been pretty good because people think of you as like a front line. You're working on the front lines,
Yeah.
So I'll deliver an order. Like I delivered some guys like sushi, and he gave me like $20 as a tip.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So those tips add up. Like I said, you could average between $25 and $30 an hour now with Uber Eats.
Look, here's a tip. Don't eat the food if Mayo delivers it to you. So, Mayo, we're going to see you. Thank you for coming on. It's been a while, so I wanted to check in on you, make sure you're okay.
Hey.
We got to test the new setup here on the stream. It's looking good. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments, and I'm pretty happy with it.
By the way, I wanted to mention before we wrap up.
Mention.
Don't think I haven't. I just put that project on hold, but the project that I talked about last time that I was with you.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
No, it's like I can't do it. Like my friend's in quarantine with his girlfriend. We were shooting at their apartment.
Do it yourself. Shoot one at your apartment. Start solo. Don't let anyone hold you down. Poseidon, am I right?
You're right. I'm gonna have to start shooting it myself.
Yeah, start shooting it yourself, man. Don't look at me. Look at me. The studio, all that shit's unavailable. Look at what I'm doing now. Like I'm gonna find a way.
Food. I am cooking food. I used to do stuff on Periscope. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
That's like
Periscope.
dead now. Nobody does anything on.
No, now you should start an OnlyFans.
But OnlyFans is if you want to get naked.
So cook naked, dude. Come on. Business is business. Be an entrepreneur.
As long as I don't have to fry anything, I'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So Poseidon, they're gonna catch you on Instagram and on Twitter at theposeidon69.
Yes.
Mayo, are you online again or no?
Yeah, I'm still online. I just haven't updated it. I haven't put anything up there.
So where are they gonna find you?
Find me on Instagram, Hold the Mayo, and on Facebook, I have Mike Mayo's Haha Manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on those things.
All right. PantelisComedy.com, Patreon.com/Pantelis. For those of you that are catching this live, Poseidon will be on Patreon once more tomorrow, Saturday, April the 18th, 2020, 4 p.m. live streaming only for patrons at his house in bed with Poseidon. So check that out. 2 Drink Minimum will be up live every Tuesday, and it's up everywhere for free every Wednesday. This week, we're coming back blazing with a nice little new setup. We got some plans for Poseidon. Might send him out to expose the wrongs that society has done this week. So we got a couple of plans on what we're going to do with him. Enjoy the content. Remember to subscribe. Tell your friends about it. And above all, go fuck yourselves. Thanks, everybody.
Later, guys.